On the night of October 6th, 2024, an individual who we will refer to as Mr. Black arrived at the Discovery Inn in Midvale, Utah around 10:30 and parked his vehicle in the lot with his American Bulldog inside. The temperature was about 55 degrees, and Mr. Black did not leave any windows rolled down or doors unlocked. At approximately 11 p.m., Mr. Black stepped outside to check on his dog and found officers Ermina Mustafich and Todd Gray of the Unified Police Department of Greater Salt Lake responding to two 911 calls reporting a possible case of animal neglect, along with two citizens who had shattered his vehicle's windshield in an attempt to reach the dog. The interaction that followed was captured on Officer Mustafich's body camera.
Rolled up.
Okay. Who did the damage to the car?
I did.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get him out.
You can't do that.
Okay.
Okay, you call the police and you wait.
Did, and we were just...
Okay, and you wait for the police. You don't break people's shit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
You're here for the dog?
Yeah.
What's the issue? It's my dog.
Is it your dog?
Yeah. No way. I haven't been here 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. You guys...
I've not been here 3 to 4 hours. I've been here 45 to an hour.
We've been here an hour.
And it's nighttime.
They said there's no windows down in
He's not been here. I've not been here for 3 to 4 hours. I got here like maybe 45 minutes to an hour ago.
Okay. We'll
Seriously.
figure it out. Just stand over by that car.
Is that your...
That's my dog.
Okay.
It's nighttime. It's not getting hot.
Bad.
Dude, it's nighttime.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, sir,
Okay.
come over, talk to me just a second.
Just
Sir,
go.
Seriously, I haven't been here 3 to 4 hours. Who's saying that?
Sir.
You?
Just go talk to that officer. You don't need to justify anything with her. She's not the damn police.
Directives.
So
I'm gonna-
yeah, you
You need to
do.
go
I
over
told you
here.
to do something,
I
so
haven't
do
broken the
it.
law.
Dude, don't
Do
cause
what I
any more
told you to
problems
do.
than It has to be.
I haven't broken the law. You're law enforcement.
Listen to me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What is your first name? Where do you live?
I'm homeless. I just rent a room.
What's
here.
your phone number? Hey Todd. Hey Gray. She stay here. She caused that damage to his car.
Okay.
She did?
Yes.
What the hell?
Okay.
What did she do? Don't yell at me.
Dude, what is your name? Okay? If you don't calm down and be quiet
I'm
for a
fine.
second, let us explain something to you, okay?
Don't talk to me that way.
I'm not going to tell you again, or I'm
What
going to
are
put you in handcuffs. Because you're causing a disturbance that doesn't need to be caused.
That's fine.
Okay?
Do you want to see my dog?
Hold on.
Don't yell at me. Don't talk to me that way.
Do you have your identification on you?
No, I'm not going to do you. I broke the law.
Turn around and put your hands
I
behind
haven't
your
broken
back.
the law. I'm not
Turn around and
detained.
put your hands behind your
You
back.
are now.
You have now.
For what?
Failing to comply with a police officer.
What?
Okay?
Dude, you don't...
You are paid in the butt.
That's not a
okay?
law.
Okay?
That's not a law.
It
to be
is.
a pain in the butt.
It is
What?
being a law to be a pain in the
Comply
butt.
to it. What?
Okay? Okay? We'll
You're
play your
worried
game.
to him, though.
No, look.
Nope.
What are you talking about? I know the law.
You want to act like it's
Okay,
well, you
cool.
don't know the law, so shut up.
Comply with a police officer. I haven't broken the law. I wasn't
You're
detained.
causing a disturbance that doesn't need to be caused. It's called disorderly conduct. Okay?
Come on.
Have you heard of that law?
Are you serious?
Have you heard of the law?
I'm
Really?
serious.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys... What? I haven't done anything.
Okay? Other than not just shut up and let us talk to you for a
I don't
second.
consent to searches or
Okay?
seizures.
You know, you're under arrest. You don't need to be consent to searched.
For what?
You got a pipe on you.
You guys... Come on.
Okay?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
This is ridiculous. Dude, alright.
You got some gloves. He's got a pipe
Yep.
on.
This could have been super simple for you.
Dude, listen to
No,
yourself.
but you want...
Listen to yourselves.
No, you listen to
You think I
yourself.
broke the law?
Listen,
What did
you just
I
wanna
break
keep
the
talking.
law? Listen,
this pocket.
listen, your guy. Listen. Are you happy about yourself? Come on, now. How do you
You
break
want
the
to shut
law?
up long enough for us to
Don't
tell you
tell me
what's
to
going
shut
on?
up. Have some
All
respect.
right, we're not going to talk to you anymore, okay?
Whatever. That's ridiculous. Thanks. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Do you want to be quiet long enough for us to talk to you?
Dude, I can say whatever I want. Okay?
All right, cool.
Nice.
It's illegal to detain me. I didn't break the law.
Guess what? It's illegal to have drugs, too.
Well, it's an illegal search.
Illegal search. Your ID and you can get it to me.
I don't. It's not Nazi Germany. I didn't break the law.
Okay. Will you tell it to the judge?
I will. I will.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. If it's a justice system, it's not. You know,
Okay.
I'm good.
Thank you.
No. Thank you.
After Mr. Black refuses to identify himself, the officers place him under arrest and search his pockets, apparently finding drugs and drug paraphernalia. We will discuss the legality of Mr. Black's arrest at further length later in this episode, but for now, it is important to understand that if a court were to determine that the arrest was not supported by probable cause, the drugs and paraphernalia found in his pockets would be suppressed under the so-called exclusionary rule as the product of an unconstitutional search and seizure. When an arrest is lawful, officers may typically conduct a full search of the arrestee's person as a search incident to arrest, as recognized by the Supreme Court in the 1973 case of United States versus Robinson. However, when the underlying arrest is not based on probable cause, any search incident to that arrest is likewise unconstitutional. In the 1914 case of Weeks versus United States, the Supreme Court held that evidence obtained in violation of the Fourth Amendment could not be used in federal prosecutions, creating the so-called exclusionary rule. Nearly half a century later, the court extended that protection to state courts in the 1961 case of Mapp versus Ohio. The purpose of the rule is to deter police misconduct by eliminating any incentive for officers to disregard constitutional limits on searches and seizures. Accordingly, if the drugs and paraphernalia found in Mr. Black's pockets were the product of an unconstitutional search, they would likely be suppressed in a subsequent prosecution for any drug charges.
Anything else, Tony?
Hope you sleep good tonight. Like, come on now. Are you happy with yourself? Are you proud?
No, I'm not. I'm actually pretty busy doing that. What busy?
This is what you're doing with your time if you're busy. That's unbelievable. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You want to get another bag off my seat?
Yeah. Do you just want me to take everything out?
You really helped. You want to take a picture? Hi. Hey, you just literally touched me. Like, what the f was that? You guys body cams on? Beautiful. Yes. Oh my god. When did you turn it on? When did you turn it on? Hi. When did you turn it on?
Doesn't matter.
Thank you so much for being transparent. I appreciate that.
Let's go put you in the car.
Is your body cam on? Hey, can I Thank you so much. Same here. Really saved my dog.
Have a seat.
Thanks again.
Sit down.
Appreciate it. To protect
Thank you. Now we'll call animal control for the dog. Any animal control to respond and take custody of the dog. We might have one going to jail.
Well, I'm gonna have to charge her with property damage too.
Huh?
Her with that?
She has no criminal intent.
No.
She was just trying to rescue a dog
Yeah.
that really didn't need to be rescued. But what do you do?
Officer Mustafich states that she intends to charge the woman who broke Mr. Black's windshield with property damage, but Officer Gray advises her not to because the woman had no quote-unquote criminal intent since she was trying to help the dog. Under Section 76-6-106.1 of the Utah Code, an individual commits property damage or destruction by intentionally damaging, defacing, or destroying the property of another. There is no requirement that the individual damage the property with a malicious or quote-unquote criminal motive. Rather, the property must only be damaged intentionally, which Section 76-2-103 of the Utah Code defines as acting with the conscious goal to cause a certain outcome. Here, because the woman admitted that she broke the windshield intentionally with the conscious goal of damaging or destroying it, a court would likely find that, contrary to Officer Gray's assertions, the intent element was satisfied for a property damage charge, despite the woman's altruistic motivations.
Did you get his information yet?
Nope. I think he had a wallet right here. Yeah, well, I mean, you had just pulled, like, right before you pulled up, he walked out of those doors, and it was, like, super confrontational already.
Yeah, we can't.
And I kind of bitched at her, too, because I'm like, you can't just break people's shit. You call the cops and you wait. Like, I'm sorry, but...
You know, there's 105 degrees outside, that's one thing, but...
Yeah.
I didn't break the law.
I can't hear you. No, it's not. You're going to jail. Okay, well, that's up to a judge to decide. Okay. Thanks.
This is extremely tight. Really, it really is. I'm not just saying it. These cuffs are crazy tight. Do you mind?
I will double check them.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I never broke a law. Anything found on me is an illegal search and seizure, illegal detainment. I didn't break a law.
Okay, cool. That's up to a judge to decide. Lean forward.
You know, this is why, like, people hate
I'm
tyrants.
fixing your cuffs. I don't want to talk to you. Do you understand me?
Aren't you supposed to encourage me to talk?
No, I don't care if you want to talk or not.
Now that you have me in cuffs? Ow! Fuck. Oh, God, come on now. Like, really? You see how tight they are?
They're not tight. They scooted up.
What? They're not tight?
Just look that way.
Please loosen them. God, why are you treating me like this?
This could have been real easy.
Yeah, I mean...
Until you wanted to run your mouth.
It's
and cause
my
a
First
scene.
Amendment right. I'll say whatever I want.
Well, there's a line
you
of
swore
where
an oath to protect my rights, and this is why I'm doing it because my
look that way if you want your cuffs fixed.
I didn't even disrespect you guys personally. I didn't say anything to you guys. I can't
Have you heard
defend
of?
the fact that I was here for an hour and I was like, why
Well, you
someone
can, but not in that way when you're causing a scene and everyone's out here
They
watching
were here
you.
before I came here. Dude,
Just be quiet and
don't tell me to be. I'll say whatever I want.
Okay,
whenever
you
I
go
want.
ahead.
It's my First Amendment right. You swore an oath to protect that.
if you want, twist your arm this way,
Thank you.
your
I
wrist,
appreciate it.
because it
You
will
swore an
feel
oath to
better.
protect my right to speak.
Okay, 2 fingers can fit in here.
No, like this one, the left one.
Okay, I'm going to fix it.
No, this right one. Thank you. The right one's so much better. I appreciate it. You know, the best thing I said tonight is I don't consent to searches and seizures. I'm so glad he had his camera on. Oh my god, I did not break the law. I don't have to follow your directives. Did you know that? Until once I'm detained, arrested, obviously I'm under your hold, your tyranny. But if I haven't broken the law, I don't have to listen to you.
Cool.
Cool? Come on now, be more respectful than that. Why are you acting?
You aren't being very respectful.
How was I not being respectful? How was I not being respectful?
Okay, your handcuffs
Because
are
I didn't bow to you?
Turn.
So what did she say that was the reason why she thought the dog was in peril?
Well, so I didn't talk to her very much because as soon as I got here,
figured?
she was here, and then he walked up and started confronting her or whatever. And so, but basically what they were saying is that the dog was in there for, I can't remember how long, but it was definitely over an hour, and that she is the one that broke it. And I said, okay, you can't just break or damage people's property. You need to call the cops or whatever. She's like, well, I did. And you guys, I guess we were taking too long, so she did that. And at that time, he like walked over and was like, what's the issue with the dog? It's my dog. Like, what is the issue? And I was like, okay, dude, like, back up. And he's like, no, it's my dog. And then he went over to like, or no, you came, but when he went over to the car, I was like, well, that window's damaged. He said, you broke my window? Like, I didn't really get a chance to talk to her, but... Okay, so tell me what happened. Okay. And you need to fill out the top as well, your name, your birthday.
Okay, what I was doing, I was walking my dog. I have 3 dogs.
Okay.
I was walking my dog. These ladies approached me and said there were a dog stuck in the car with the windows up and the doors were locked. So we kept looking around to see if we can try to get the dog out because he was like literally panting, like drooling. He looked like he was about to pass out, and he was in the car for 3 to 4 hours.
How do you know that?
That's what they said.
So you said the dog was drooling, panting, and
Because it's hot in the car.
it's not
Okay,
outside.
well,
Right. We'll go over that in just a second. But you said that the dog was drooling, panting, and
and he was just looked like he was half dead because he was drooling so bad. And there was a little crack in the window, so I took a hitting it to try to get that dog out. 'Cause to me, it looked like it's hot in the car. But like I said, it just.
what made you think it was hot in the car?
Because the windows were all up. And the way he was drooling.
Who else called?
Me, I called
You did?
them.
Okay, can I just talk to you for a second?
I just pulled up and I saw the dog in there, and I was like,
What time did you pull up?
I'm trying to think. What time we pulled
It
up?
was like, sorry, I'm with her.
That's okay.
It was like about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and like I
Was
was,
it that late already?
yeah, like I said, when we got here, he was in the very back of the SUV, and I looked through the window, and
His jaw was going clear down like this.
his jaw was clear down here, and his eyes were just like big, and he just looked like he wanted just to pass out.
At first I asked him, do you guys know whose dog, or who owns that Jeep, so we can go tell him that his dog's hot, you know? But nobody knew who it was, but that girl right there,
Good.
where'd she go? Anyways, she said that Jeep's been here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you believe that the dog was?
I believed that the dog was gonna die. I really thought so because of the way he was drooling.
Yeah.
And his eyes were like, I've never seen a dog's eyes look like that. Like,
His eyes were like big, and they looked
he
like
was
they were
going
about
like
ready to
this.
go back to in the back of his head.
but he was clear in the back, like not moving from that area. So I don't know if he trains him to. He probably trains him to stay back there. You know what I mean?
And then,
So he
like,
didn't dare move.
every time I would move, the dog would go like this. Watch me go.
Okay, and what's your name? All right, so we're gonna take care of the dog. Do you guys need anything else from us?
No.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Yep. Yep. Thanks.
We do need to go book this stuff away.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I counted the money. I don't know if I counted it right, but I counted about $8.20.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
worth season.
No.
Yeah, if you want to just throw that in there for me and all.
Yeah. Is mom coming to pick up the dog
Yes,
instead?
here in 20 minutes. Yeah, he said, I had done nothing wrong. I said, I haven't been here for hours. I said, you're absolutely right. You have done nothing wrong. But you just won't shut up long enough for us to de-escalate the situation and get you over here and tell you why we're here and tell you what's happened. And then you can go take your dog and go in. We'll tell these people they're going to have to pay for a window.
Yeah.
He won't. He said, all you want to do is argue. Well, you can't tell me where to stand. So, okay,
Yeah, that's what
we're
he's
done
telling me
talking.
too. I'm like, what should we do with this?
Well, we can leave it with the car.
And as far as the window, I didn't charge her.
I wouldn't. I would just
Yeah.
document that.
I mean, all three
he
of them
can
said.
he can civilly sue them, but there's
Yeah.
no criminal intent.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said. I mean, all three of them said they thought the dog was gonna die because of his drool down to his whatever.
I don't blame you.
I don't know. I'm not a dog person, so I don't know. But
It's obviously cold outside. I wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would have been a nothing. This would have been a total
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, for sure.
So, okay, if you want, I'll wait for him, and
Okay,
then
and for him, just do the disorderly and
I would do POCS Class A, pedestrian paraphernalia, failure to comply with lawful command of a police officer.
In addition to drug charges, the officers discussed charging Mr. Black with failure to comply with the lawful command of a police officer and disorderly conduct. However, Mr. Black was ultimately charged with disorderly conduct and failure to disclose identity. According to Section 76-9-102B of the Utah Code, which is the subsection that Mr. Black was charged under, disorderly conduct consists of engaging in fighting or in violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior or making quote-unquote unreasonable noise in a public place. While Mr. Black did speak in a louder tone, he was never shouting, fighting, or in any way violent, and a court would almost certainly determine that his conduct did not rise to the level of disorderly conduct. As for the failure to disclose identity charge, Section 76-8-301.5 of the Utah Code makes it a crime to knowingly refuse to disclose one's name to a peace officer after being lawfully detained under circumstances that create reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. The statute does not permit officers to demand identification from someone who has not been lawfully detained. And as we have discussed many times before here on ATA, the Supreme Court held in the 1979 case of Brown versus Texas that arresting a citizen solely for refusing to identify themselves, absent reasonable suspicion of a crime, violates the Fourth Amendment. Therefore, it is highly probable that a court would conclude that there was no lawful basis to arrest Mr. Black for failing to identify himself, as he was not detained on reasonable suspicion of a crime at the time that he refused to give his name.
You guys know where the dog's gonna go?
To his mom.
His mom's coming to pick it up. Is he okay? Are you with him?
I know him.
Are you
He's
staying here together?
No, I met him here, and I knew that he left his dog outside, and he came up to check on his dog.
What time did you guys meet here?
Huh?
What time?
Did you guys get here?
He got here later than me.
What time did you get here?
I got here around like 10,
About what time?
like 10-ish.
Okay.
Are you Ginger? Okay.
Oh, so he knows.
I just saw his phone ringing.
Yeah, I'm Ginger. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He's okay though.
Okay, he's getting detained.
Yeah, he's
He's
going
go-
with us.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Does he get like a free call or anything?
Free what?
Like a call in jail or anything?
Oh yeah. Well, he can call people. Okay.
Bye. He's kind of, he barks a lot, huh?
I don't know.
I haven't heard him bark.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I do the PLCS Class A, the paraphernalia. Fair to comply with a police officer, lawful command of a police officer, to give us his ID. So
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just start working on the. You couldn't find a criminal history still?
I don't know what's wrong with him. That's interesting.
Do we put his ID back in here or no? I think we did. Yeah, we did.
He has now. I ran the FBI. His FBI number comes up, and it comes up like something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
After his arrest, Mr. Black was charged with failure to disclose identity, disorderly conduct, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Notably, while disorderly conduct is ordinarily just an infraction, it becomes a Class C misdemeanor if the individual continues the behavior after being asked to stop. Mr. Black was charged with a Class C misdemeanor, as Officer Mustafich claimed in her report that Mr. Black continued to, quote-unquote, be confrontational after the officers advised him to stop causing a, quote-unquote, disturbance. And Officer Gray alleged that he continued, quote-unquote, arguing with the woman who broke his windshield after the officers ordered him not to. However, all 4 charges against Mr. Black were eventually dismissed with prejudice, presumably after prosecutors reviewed the body camera footage. On October 3rd, 2025, Mr. Black's attorney filed a notice of claim against the Unified Police Department and Officers Mustafich and Gray. As of the date of writing this episode, this claim is still pending. Overall, the Salt Lake officers get an F for arresting the victim of a crime simply because they didn't like his attitude, demonstrating fundamental misunderstandings of both the First and Fourth Amendments, and for maintaining a rude, condescending, and confrontational demeanor throughout the interaction. The Salt Lake officers arrived on scene to investigate reports of animal neglect, only to find that a pair of citizens had already broken the windshield of Mr. Black's vehicle to reach his dog. At that point, Mr. Black was the victim of property damage, not the perpetrator of a crime. But the officers were more concerned with Mr. Black's reaction to discovering his destroyed property than the actual destruction of the property itself. The officers treated Mr. Black as more of an adversary than a complainant, and their tone was consistently dismissive and antagonistic. At no point did any of the officers make a legitimate effort to de-escalate the situation, and they essentially created the conditions for more escalation through their hostility and their failure to adequately separate the parties parties involved. Furthermore, rather than focusing on the two individuals who had actually destroyed property, the officers directed their attention toward Mr. Black, demanding that he present his identification without establishing any lawful basis for his detention. As discussed earlier, officers may only compel identification when a person is lawfully detained on reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. There was no evidence that Mr. Black had committed any offense, and his refusal to provide his name was constitutionally protected. Nonetheless, the officers treated his non-compliance as a provocation and escalated the situation into a custodial arrest. This decision clearly demonstrated not only a misunderstanding of the limits of their authority, but also an abuse of their arrest powers in order to punish disobedience rather than enforce law. Perhaps the most glaring failure, however, was their refusal to pursue accountability for the woman who broke Mr. Black's windshield. Despite acknowledging that she caused the damage, the officers dismissed the possibility of a charge, claiming that she lacked quote-unquote criminal intent. As we discussed earlier, that reasoning was legally inaccurate and demonstrated a basic lack of understanding of Utah's property damage statute. The officers also searched Mr. Black's pockets following the arrest and discovered illegal drugs. However, the discovery of drugs or paraphernalia under those circumstances did not retroactively justify the seizure. The exclusionary rule exists to prevent precisely this kind of misconduct by removing any incentive for officers to bypass constitutional safeguards. And the Salt Lake officers perfectly demonstrated the very conduct that rule was designed to deter. As a whole, the Salt Lake officers' actions not only violated Mr. Black's rights, but they also inverted the proper relationship between law enforcement and the public by criminalizing the victim of a crime while excusing the offenders. This interaction highlights how unchecked authority, when combined with a lack of professionalism and legal understanding, can quickly transform a routine response into an unlawful detention and an abuse of law enforcement authority. Mr. Black gets an A for remaining relatively calm and collected despite having his property damaged and for being baselessly arrested, for refusing to identify himself when he was likely not required to do so, and for following up this interaction with the proper legal action. From the beginning of this interaction, Mr. Black was placed into an unreasonable and emotionally charged situation. He had just discovered that strangers had shattered his windshield while his dog sat frightened inside the vehicle, and within moments, responding officers began treating him as a suspect rather than a victim. Although Mr. Black certainly could have benefited from invoking his right to remain silent, his reaction to this situation was completely reasonable considering the circumstances, and nothing that he did or said was inherently criminal or unprotected by the Constitution. Mr. Black's refusal to identify himself was equally justified. As discussed before, Utah law only requires individuals to provide their names when they are lawfully detained under circumstances that create reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. At the time that the officers demanded his identification, no such suspicion existed. Mr. Black was not accused of neglecting his dog, and there was no evidence that any criminal offense had occurred beyond Mr. Black's property being damaged. Throughout the encounter, Mr. Black displayed a level of restraint that sharply contrasted with the conduct of the Salt Lake officers, and I commend Mr. Black for remaining compliant despite the blatant unfair treatment from the officers. Mr. Black should also be recognized for following up this interaction through the proper legal channels. His composure both during and after the arrest stands as a model of how to handle an unlawful detention responsibly. I commend Mr. Black for standing up for his rights without becoming overly hostile, and for pursuing justice through the courts rather than on the street. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in learning more about what happens after the police interaction.